Hola, buen día. Hoy es sábado 5 de noviembre en Nueva Delhi, con mucho smog, como pueden ver. Casi no se ve el cielo. Vamos a visitar hoy la casa y museo y galería de arte de una artista muy reconocida en la India que se llama Arpana Caur. Es tal vez la artista Sikh más conocida de la India, ya que sus obras muchas veces aparecen en tapas de revistas. Tuvimos, por ejemplo, hace poco tiempo un aniversario muy importante en la tradición Sikh y varias revistas importantes de India como India Today y otras utilizaron obras de ella en las tapas de sus revistas que tienen distribución en millones de ejemplares. Y bueno, esta es la casa que, como pueden ver, es casi un museo. Tiene galerías de arte, tiene una galería de su colección propia y también una galería de miniaturas y de arte tribal y tradicional. Así que la vamos a encontrar, charlar con ella, ver su colección y que nos cuente un poco de su arte y este mundo fascinante del arte contemporáneo de la India. Hello. Hello, Arpana ji.
Namaste, Martin ji.
Nice to
Namaste
see you.
Ji.
Welcome. How are you?
Welcome. welcome,
Nice to
welcome,
see you.
Martin ji. Nice to see you
So-
always, always.
We're ve-
After this long COVID, which kept you away from your favorite, your
My motherland.
second home, your
Yes.
motherland.
So we're very happy to be here. This is
Thank you.
an amazing place. We will discover the world, of course, of Arpana Caur, but also
My mother. It's
also
my
the
mother
one-
who built it. I had no
Oh.
role in it.
Okay,
I
and
was
the one-
only painting. My mother is the builder.
She did the collection of miniatures and traditional
Miniatures
art.
I did,
Oh,
and
okay.
folk art we did together.
Okay.
But Gaurav is a very big architect. He's helping us because the building
Hi.
is 25 years old and has developed problems.
Oh, okay.
So Gaurav is the
I
architect.
call it the Arpana Museum. Oh, yes.
My
Of
mother
art.
calls it that. She wanted, this was her dream. Ajit ji is the contractor who's been doing the labor,
Hello,
bringing
hello.
the labor.
It's
And
a big,
Gaurav-
it's a big building, as you can see.
My mother built it 25 years ago. It was finished. It took her 10 years to build.
So your mother had a big vision.
She had too big a vision. I was on the fighting side that you are alone. We have no male member. There's no father, no brother. How are you going to do this? But my sister, my only sister, went in 1975 in an accident. In her memory, my mother started looking after 100 girls from the slums with vocational training. And she built this, it took her 10 years because she sold our house, my grandfather's house, and all our jewelry, even our Jamawar shawls in Hoskas village, where you are at the moment. Raj Creations is a shop. Through them we sold even our shawls and took very big loans, and her dream was complete.
So she took a big risk, but actually it was a good investment. Because now
was-
you have a prime location in Delhi with a beautiful
you.
building.
It is
And
very
thanks to the
green.
architect, all the little problems will be solved.
Little and big, like this balcony had developed a big crack a few months ago. That balcony up there, and then he removed the double brick wall, put the grills to reduce the weight. Then my studio and the lift room and the roof where all the water tanks are. We had very heavy rain, so the dripping was too much.
Yeah,
It
maintenance
was
is very important.
very frightening. It never dripped so much because the rain in Delhi in October was very much. And
It loo-
he took care of it, and we are in good hands.
It looks a little bit like the Belgian embassy. Yes.
Exactly, I was coming to that.
Yeah.
So
He's a
Belgian
fan
embassy.
of Gaudi. That is
Ah.
our link we discovered. And we are also fans of Gaudi, the Spanish architect. He is a fan of Gaudi, and he has been there. And
Barcelona.
Belgian embassy was one of the projects which was done by an artist himself.
Yes, Satish
Satish
Gujral.
Gujral, yes, being an artist, and that's an amazing project.
It reminds me of that building.
Exposed
because of that.
brickwork
this
and
is my mother's design.
Very good.
She
Oh,
went to
so
Satish
she's-
Gujral first.
Wow.
He was a family friend.
Wow.
He was very expensive.
Even at that time.
Even at that time.
Oh my
so
God.
my mother said, okay, I'll do it. So she sat in the factory where the bricks were made outside Delhi because she wanted these shades in the bricks. So she sat, single woman alone,
My God.
sits in the factory.
In India, in the what, 60s? 70s?
This got complete 26 years ago.
So 70s, 80s.
So I didn't, because I was saying, why are you doing it? It's too big. I was not with her, I'm sorry to say. But she did it. She dealt with the architect at that time who was very troublesome. Then she dealt with the contractor, the builder, who were very troublesome. And single woman. Many people took her for a ride. Many people. So, but still.
But she succeeded.
She
And now you're
succeeded.
carrying on the legacy.
Well, no, she still manages everything. She
Oh,
was talking to.
she's managing. Wow.
I was
She's
just meeting
managing
her right now.
everything.
Wow, wow.
She's 88. She wants to keep track how many students have come in our school, how many teachers, what's happening. And tomorrow morning, her 4-day conference of SARC writers, starting here, 61st conference in 30 years.
Wow.
So she's with over 100 writers from Sri Lanka, Bhutan, Bangladesh.
So we can say you're a good team, partners in making
no,
this successful.
I'm nothing in front of her. I'm nothing. I enjoy my painting, but she's an all-rounder. You can say she's a genius.
So
in
we'll be
my-
very happy to discover your wonderful treasures and
Thank you,
all the
Martin.
things you have inside. So we'll
Thank you,
follow you
Martin.
and see all the different
Okay, Martin.
aspects of
We
your...
can go.
Thank you very much. Thank you
I
for...
hope you enjoy the tour.
He
Thank you,
has
thank
a
you.
spiritual museum in Brussels.
Wow.
His father was a great painter,
Oh wow.
Martin, and he has a lot of collection of Indian art.
So thank you, thank you.
Thank you very much.
Namaste. Vamos a entrar en este hermoso universo de arte y de cultura.
Is the painter who is painting all the walls.
Hello, namaste.
Lights.
Bueno, ya podemos ver que hay arte por todos lados. Hay dos galerías importantes que se llaman Arpana Fine Arts, donde se hacen exposiciones de arte contemporáneo, y también vamos a ver una muestra de sus obras, de su colección personal de sus obras. Y nos va a mostrar un poco este edificio interesantísimo, que como dijo es muy similar a la embajada de Bélgica en la India, que fue hecha por un artista muy conocido de la India, Satish Gujral. So we will start with your gallery, so that the viewers get to see your work.
Actually, downstairs will be better because then the classes start for the girls.
So we go before the classes
Yeah,
start?
yeah.
Okay.
थल्ले जा रहे हैं थल्ले दीपक आजा पहले नीचे से शुरू कर
Tiene un ascensor con... How many floors you have in the building?
We have 3.5.
There's three and a half floors. 3 pisos y medio. No sé lo que quiere decir, pero 4 pisos, digamos.
3.5 फ्लोर ने ना भूपिंदर 3.5 फ्लोर ने ना sorry this one Jain nun.
Esta es una monja
We
Jain,
only choose some,
de la
yeah.
tradición Jain, que como pueden ver tenían para cubrir sus bocas. Los monjes y las monjas Jain se cubrían la boca como usamos ahora en la pandemia, hace ya cientos y miles de años, para no matar insectos y bacterias, bueno, lo que sea. No matar a seres vivientes. Limpiaban el camino delante de ellos cuando caminaban y se cubrían la boca. Como ven, es una colección de miniaturas muy importantes.
This is very typical of Indian miniature, one figure horse with many figures. or elephant, and I took this human figure with many little figures in my own painting from this tradition.
Se inspiró de alguna de estas obras para sus propias creaciones artísticas, donde figuras de, por ejemplo, en este caso un caballo, es hecho de seres humanos, la forma de un caballo con seres humanos, con piernas.
So this is, because we choose only some.
Vamos a elegir algunas nomás.
This is Pahari.
Un momento, just one moment, because these are beautiful.
This is Pahari. This is Kali. Rajasthan ends there. And
Acá
Pahari
termina.
starts from here.
This is
Pahari, the
Pahari.
hill school.
Es
Yeah.
otra escuela de miniaturas. Hay muchas tradiciones de miniaturas en la India o de arte tradicional que siguen aún vivas. Algunas tradiciones están funcionando muy bien, otras están en peligro. Obviamente no tan efervescente como el arte contemporáneo, pero la tradición perdura en la India, o sea que no se termina con la modernidad y con el tiempo moderno. Bueno, acá tenemos muchas obras
This is, I
Pahari.
love this one. And I have used this in my own paintings.
Dice que ella utilizó este diseño, esta idea de textil en sus propias obras.
Because they put patches of cloth
Hermosa.
to stitch together. And this is Kali. This
Acá
one,
está la
Kali.
diosa Kali.
Yeah.
Poniendo su
Mahatma
forma.
Gandhi's grandson was lecturing in this room every Saturday for 3 hours. He loved this painting.
El nieto de Gandhi le encantaba esta obra y hacía conferencias
Every
aquí en esta
Saturday,
sala.
he is no more, and he used to say, this Kali's broom, what she's holding, her hair, is like the broom to sweep the world clean.
Decía el nieto de Gandhi que el pelo de la diosa Kali en este caso es como una escoba para limpiar al mundo, limpiarlo de toda la mugre del universo. Esta es muy Dakshina Kali también, una hermosa representación de la diosa Kali.
And the sixth starts from here.
Y acá está la diosa Dhumavati. Who's Dhumavati?
The sixth school starts from here. From there to there, sixth school.
Acá
This
empieza la tradición Sikh, ya que ella es de la tradición Sikh y
Guru
tiene una
Nanak's
colección.
birthday is after 3 days.
En 3 días es el cumpleaños de Guru Nanak, el fundador.
554 years.
554 años de nacimiento de Guru Nanak, el fundador de la tradición Sikh.
And this is the morning prayer we recite every day, written on his garment.
Esta es una representación de Guru Nanak hecha con el texto de la plegaria que
This
recitan
is
todas las mañanas.
God is
los
one,
Sikhs,
all beings are one.
que dice
love,
que Dios es
compassion.
uno, que todos los seres somos uno. Habla de compasión de todos los seres vivientes.
And so these are all from his life, episodes.
Son episodios de la vida de Guru
He
Nanak.
goes to poor carpenter's home and not rich man's home.
Va a la casa de un carpintero pobre, no de gente rica.
Because he squeezes the bread of both. Out of the rich man, blood comes. Out of the poor man, milk comes. So he always goes and stays in the poor carpenter's home.
Prefiere quedarse con la gente pobre que con los ricos.
This is his dialogue with the sadhus in the Himalayas.
Es su
With the
diálogo,
yogis, Nath
su
yogi, Nath yogi.
su diálogo con los yogis de los Himalayas.
Yeah. And to whom he says, you don't have to leave the world, you have to live in the world, work, share with the poor. And
Guru
you
Nanak
know,
dice que no hay que abandonar al mundo, sino que trabajar en este mundo y trabajar con los pobres.
this, in childhood, his father is a shopkeeper, but he gives away all his earnings to the poor.
En su juventud su padre tenía una tienda, un negocio, y daba toda su riqueza
So his
a los
father
pobres.
slaps him. He gives him one slap and he says, you're wasting all my money.
El padre no estaba muy contento que
Mira,
Guru
Kabir
Nanak
here, Kabir.
regalaba el dinero de su trabajo.
Kabir was the weaver, born in Varanasi.
Acá está el famoso poeta y
And
espiritualista
wrote
Kabir,
beautiful poetry, which is in our holy book, the Granth Sahib.
que
In
escribió.
the Granth Sahib, we have the lower castes. We have lot of lower castes, including butcher. including Muslims like Farid. Farid was a Sufi poet 300 years before Nanak. So in our holy book, which is all written in poetry and set in ragas, we have 36 poets, out of which lower caste. And because Sikhism did away with the caste system. It was against the caste system.
Dice que bueno, el sikhismo abandonó el sistema de castas hindú y abrazó a los desfavorecidos, a las castas inferiores. Acá son todas escenas de la vida de Guru Nanak.
And this is the Geet Govind painted by Sikh artists. So the
Esta es la historia, el poeta Geet Govinda,
and this is
hecha
in
por
Punjabi script, Gurmukhi. And Geet Govind, there's many paintings they did in Punjab of Geet Govind. These are all from the Sikh school. And here we come to next school, which is Krishna, showing this is our 10th Guru, Guru Gobind Singh, who made the Sikhs with the turban beard.
Este es el
Because
guru,
they were
el
warriors.
décimo guru que se llamaba Guru Gobind Singh, que fue el que introdujo el turbante en la cabeza. Acá tenemos pinturas de la serie de Krishna.
Yeah, that's the Geet Govind.
Estos son de la serie de
And this
la
is
Geet
also-
Govinda.
Krishna is saying to Arjuna, you have to go to battle because everything dies one day. If you are saying, I'm not going to kill my brothers, that's the Gita. And he shows that in his mouth, the whole creation is going. In his mouth.
Dice,
So,
esta es la forma, Krishna le está mostrando a Arjuna
Yeah.
la forma universal de Dios en un momento de la batalla
even if
que
you don't kill your brothers who have done wrong and evil, like Ram kills Ravan, you know, they will still die. One museum, same museum upstairs, you want to film there also? So,
So beautiful collection of miniatures.
and these are all registered with Archaeological Survey of India.
Están todas registradas con el Servicio de
Published.
Patrimonio Histórico de la Nación,
And
o sea que son oficiales, registradas,
Verified.
legales.
Verified by the head of National Museum, Dr. Daljit, who wrote 51 books on miniatures before I bought them, and published in a 250-page book, The Magic of Indian Miniatures, which we published. Text was done by a very big scholar also. So there's text of each school.
Can we see
and-
the books later
Yeah,
to show it?
yeah.
on
I'll give it to you.
the- Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. We'll take it for the museum in Uruguay.
Yeah, and
So should we see first the
folk art museum.
folk art museum
Yeah.
and then later again the miniature, or should we see
Yeah.
the miniature first and then?
Whichever you like.
I think
We
better
can see the miniature.
Este es la segunda sala de miniaturas en un rincón del edificio que vamos a visitar.
Because these are very expensive and they're all registered. Oh, please ignore that.
No
We won't shoot that. This is
Una sala muy linda, también con miniaturas muy hermosas. Esta es del siglo XX, pero también hermosa. Como pueden ver, la tradición de miniaturas, que sea del siglo XVI, XV, XVII, XVIII, XIX o XX, la calidad es impresionante y bueno, la tradición perdura, o sea que artistas hoy pueden trabajar de la misma manera que sus antecesores hace cientos de años. Y la calidad se ve en, bueno, la técnica del artista y la devoción que puso cuando hizo la obra, ¿no? Porque son muchas veces obras de divinidades, o sea que es como una ofrenda a la divinidad. Sarasvati sobre un peacock, es el que transporta a la diosa Sarasvati. This one?
Yeah, I'll show you. It's hanging. And these are the Jain. These two
Estas son pinturas Jain, de la tradición Jain. Esto parece una obra constructiva. Ya existía el constructivismo en la India.
This are also used in my paintings. This is the sun and moon, and it's a cosmos. This one. I love this. This also.
El sol y la luna, el cosmos.
Yeah, I've used this in my
Dice que lo ha utilizado en sus obras.
yogi work.
En sus obras.
And these are also very strange. These are. These are very tantric works. This is the book we published. This is the book. I'm giving you both the books.
Este es el libro de la colección de arte tradicional y tribal, que lo vamos a ver en unos minutos. Y tienen también un libro sobre la colección de miniaturas de su colección.
These are all scenes from hell.
Estas son escenas del infierno, según
Like
la
Dante's
tradición
Inferno.
hindú. Donde se tienen mucho sufrimiento para las almas que han cometido muchos pecados, que van a ese infierno temporalmente. En el hinduismo no existe el infierno eterno, es un periodo de purificación para actos muy malos, que tenemos que sufrir ciertas consecuencias, pero ese sufrimiento es temporal. Pero puede parecer eterno por el grado de sufrimiento. Bueno, acá hay muchas miniaturas.
See, my mother is so intelligent. She's so intelligent. Behind this, Deepak, we have all the books.
Están todos los libros, los catálogos, dentro de las... Y también depósito de obras, storage of books, de pinturas.
Extra paintings.
Esto fue hecho todo por la madre, que está viva todavía, tiene 88 años y hace conferencias. Fue una visionaria porque para comprar el edificio invirtió todo su dinero y lo hicieron todo sin ningún hombre en la familia, ni marido, ni hermano mayor. Entre ella y luego la hija, Arpana, han construido todo este imperio cultural. Y sin mucho apoyo del Estado tampoco. Esta es una hermosa obra, muy sutil pero difícil de ver.
ये वाली हरी किताब नीचे है ना, हरी इनको देनी।
Y acá hay más catálogos.
See, it becomes a wall.
Very organized.
And this is, we have very little staff because we can't afford staff, much staff. And these are the done during colonial time when the British came.
Son obras
These
del
are
periodo
from
colonial.
common life.
La
They
vida
are
de todos
company
los-
school. They are called company,
Company
school.
school. Son obras
and
del
all
periodo.
from ordinary life, the normal life.
Acá hay una miniatura de Krishna, hermosa, muy chiquitita.
You know why we put stickers? Because after every monsoon, fungus comes. So after every monsoon, we have to change.
Después de cada monsoon cambian
And we have to treat
los
the
passepartout.
paintings. So that's why it's very expensive to maintain. And we have never got any grants from the government for this
Y nunca tuvieron
maintenance
ningún tipo de
or
apoyo
from
del
any other
gobierno.
person, but we manage from my art. From
Lo logra financiar ella de la venta de sus obras.
Sometimes people come, you know, NRIs who live abroad, Indians, they want old Guru Nanak. We say no, you cannot sell your.
También hay una biblioteca importante. Lo voy a mostrar un poco. Llena de libros. Un poco más grande que la biblioteca de la Fundación José Gurvich. Acá está Arpana de joven con su madre, que es una personalidad muy conocida también en la India, que fue ella la que tuvo la visión de este lugar.
In exchange for a painting, because the book was for 3,000 rupees, published by Virinder Kumar of Kumar Gallery, who is no more. So I went to Virinder. I said, yeah, Pupinder, keh rahe na chup rehna. Aise ja rahe hain 1 minute. I said,
Let me just translate that. So ella compró su primer libro canjeándolo por una obra de arte y así empezó esta biblioteca.
so first book was 1980 of miniature paintings. It was court paintings of India, edited, written by Pratapaditya Pal, who was in Los Angeles Museum. He was the head of the Asian section. So that book was 3,000 rupees. It was a lot of money 42 years ago. So I went to Kumar Gallery, which had published the book. I said, how much discount will you give me as an artist? He said, you give me a small painting. So I exchanged the painting for the book. And then the second book was Jain Cosmology by Saryu Doshi, who lives in Bombay. And that also I exchanged for a paperwork. So slowly then after that my paintings began to sell, because from the first show I had in 1974 group show, 1975 first solo show, I sold only one painting for 800 rupees, 8-foot canvas, 800 rupees. So then when I started selling, 1980 I had my first show, 1979 in London, with Sousa's first wife's gallery, Arts 38. But it was so expensive there, we spent all our money on seeing, my mother and I, on the museums and traveling and seeing Europe. We took that bus which goes to 7 countries in 14 days. And so we went to many countries in that bus. So after that, 1980, my first solo show in Bombay was a sellout. And after that, I started buying books and also miniature paintings with that money, because women normally buy jewelry or they buy clothes, but I would buy miniature paintings and books, and mommy and I would buy folk paintings because nobody in those days was buying folk art, and the folk artists were very poor. So I loved the folk art, and my mother always said, by accident of birth, I am born in the capital of India. That folk artist is born in a little village with no electricity. But we are the co-travelers in the same boat of life and of art and of struggle. So as a result, we have 800 folk paintings and sculptures. Most are on display, and some are in storage also because there's no place to hang all of them. So even with the miniature painting, my mother built this fabulous place. So we are able to have 2 museums without any tickets, open to everybody. This free library is there where you have the best books on art and architecture and photography, and open to everybody without a ticket. And my mother, being a writer, used to read till 2 or 3 in the morning, till she has almost lost her eyesight. But she used to read books in English, Punjabi, Hindi, Urdu. So all these thousands of books that you see here are novels, short stories, they're all classified. Poetry and religious books, philosophic books, general books on history and civilization, and it's open to everybody. So her own books also have, she has written 27 books. So her own books are also there. Plus the SARC Writers Conferences she's been doing for 30 years. Oh, 2-3 kitaban de na SARC Writers. She has published 50 books of SARC writers writing.
What is
means SARC is our neighboring countries.
South
Sri Lanka,
Asia.
Bhutan, Bangladesh, Pakistan also used to come now because of political reasons. Pakistan is not allowed in our conferences. Otherwise, there are over 100 writers who come for our conferences. And the next conference is starting tomorrow on 6th November for 4 days. From 10 in the morning, there will be more than 100 writers from all the SARC countries.
It's on Zoom.
This one is on Zoom because we haven't got any funding since 5 years. So earlier she used to get a little funding from Ministry of External Affairs. Half they would put in, half we would put in. But 5 years there's been no funding. So it's very expensive. So the last 5 years, 2 conferences in a year. And the conferences are always on themes like violence, which is common to all these countries, poverty.
What is the topic tomorrow?
Environment has been a topic, Sufism, Buddhism, the Bhakti tradition, spirituality is common to all these countries. And these books, she has published 50 books, are given free to all the writers who come. Like there have been many conferences on folklore, which is common to all these countries, the folk tradition. And she used to bring out a journal, Beyond Borders. But due to financial reasons, that has discontinued. But the books are 50 books. So these are given free to all the writers who come.
That's your painting.
Yeah, that all of them are my paintings. This is a weaver. And when the floods came in Odisha, I donated this painting for raising money. And the fabric I painted is from Odisha, this fabric. Weaver of Dreams, it's called.
Could you show me the miniature
Yeah,
book?
yeah.
So, la colección de miniaturas tiene un catálogo muy importante. Something that the National Museum doesn't have, unfortunately. There's such a wonderful collection and they don't have a catalog.
None of our museums have. None. I have traveled all over India to see books, to see museums of miniatures like Alwar, Jaipur, and many places like Chandigarh Museum has many miniatures, all donated by Dr. Randhawa, who built 2 museums for Chandigarh, but there's no documentation. So this we did. It took us many years, but with the text and the explanation of every school, what is Pahari painting, what is Mughal painting, what is Rajasthan painting, what is Kashmir painting, and all this, each painting is documented. None of our museums, even Banaras Hindu University Museum,
They should give you a grant to make a publication for the National Museum. They really need it. They have such wonderful works. And
I don't have the now stamina because I'm busy with my painting and my mother's health issues and my own.
I'm just joking.
They have so much funding, and all the collection is undocumented in the National Museum.
Maybe they've been documented by foreign museums when they do shows, like on loan or
The
something.
whole collection is undocumented in National Museum. So similarly, this is for you.
And I'm sure what is being displayed is just a small part of the collection.
Yeah, maybe 1%. So this we did. I had a very big designer. This is a folk art museum. Like this, I've traveled personally. Outside Bhubaneswar is a village, 200 families of these painters, Raghurajpura. So many. Gond. This is Gond.
Yes.
And these are the sculptures. And
Beautifully done.
And
Beautifully done.
Bengal school, we even have Osama bin Laden in one. Then the creation of the world. This is Osama.
Well, we're going to see the original, right?
Yeah.
So this is the book of the whole collection of tribal and folk or
art.
traditional.
So 800 pieces.
I don't like so much the word folk
Yeah.
because it sounds like a little bit in the West. It sounds a little bit diminishing.
Yeah.
I hear Shushma use it a lot. Folk art. I like more the word traditional. Traditional art
it's a
and
very
tribal.
good-
Tribal
yeah.
means the art produced by tribal people. Traditional means art schools. Art schools done by traditional schools. And then of course you have contemporary art, modern art, like that. So because
a better word,
folk sounds like a
traditional.
minor, it's like a minor.
I know. My mother always said, by accident of birth, you're born in a city, they are born in a village which has no water, no electricity. That's why we started collecting. Cheers to our show.